Good evening, ladies and gents. Welcome to the Kahnawake Sports Complex, where it is time for Game 18 of the 2025 Ontario Junior B Lacrosse League season to begin. Hard to believe this, but we're already in the final week of the OJBLL regular season. It has gone by quickly. They always tend to do, and at this time next week, we will be breaking down who plays who and who goes where during the first round of the 2025 Ontario Junior B Lacrosse League playoffs. Two teams that will be competing in the playoffs are going at it tonight in Ontario Junior B Lacrosse League action. The Gloucester Griffins coming to town to take on the Kahnawake Hunters. Let's have a look at the standings thus far in the Eastern Conference. With Kahnawake's loss last night, Nepean officially ahead of the Hunters for first place overall. Nepean 15-3 in the East, the Hunters 13-4. West Durham is currently 12-6. The Ironheads could technically jump the Hunters into second place. They have to win out and hope the Hunters lose out. And meanwhile, Gloucester can technically jump ahead of both the Ironheads and the Hunters and finish as high as second place. They're currently in the fourth spot, half a game ahead of Aurelia, but they have the head-to-head on the Kings. The Green Gales at 6, 1 point up on the Gloucester Thunder, who with the win last night are now just 1 win away from clinching 7th place in the East. They clinched a playoff spot with the win last night over the Hunters. Halton Hills in 8th. They need 1 win or a loss from Brampton to clinch a spot in the 2025 OJBLL playoffs. Halton Hills 8-9, 16 points. Gloucester 8-9, but they have the tiebreaker on the Bulldogs. A lot of games in action tonight. Newmarket and Mimico, both those teams eliminated. Aurelia hosting West Durham, that's a big one. Halton Hills and the Green Gales going at it in Bowmanville. And then, of course, this one here tonight, the Hunters and the Gloucester Griffins. Fourth and final meeting between these two teams this year. The Hunters have won 2 of the first 3. And a couple of Quebecois in the action for the Griffins tonight. Frederick Garreau wearing number 24 and Nico Greer, a call-up from junior C, wearing 16, is in the lineup. They're both in the lineup tonight for the Griffins. They're starting netminders. Gloucester starting Logan Pike and Kahnawake starting Casey Lahash. Cam Monders out of the lineup for the Griffins tonight, serving a 1-game for what can only be described as pushing a player in the box. And that was during the 13-8 win for Gloucester over the Green Gales on Sunday. We're underway. The Hunters in black with burgundy and white. The Griffins in scarlet red with green, black, yellow, and white trim. The Hunters have possession. Arujo Black, our head official for tonight's game. The Hunters in possession. Here's Howie Francis turned aside, and the Griffins corral it. If you're new to the channel, please like and subscribe, and y'all go for tuning in here on K103.7 as we bring to you our 15th season of Hunters Lacrosse. We've been with the team since 2009. Of course, we had 2 years wiped out. We won't talk about what happened in 2020. Griffins in possession. Comes back towards the middle. That pass fails to connect. Stays in play. Here's a long drive. Stick save made by Lahash. Connor Gorman picks it up. Of course, the Hunters know that they got a big weekend coming up as well. Saturday, they host the P, and Sunday they host Gloucester. The Thunder, of course, we mentioned, hoping to clinch at least the 7th spot in the East. There's a shot. Morris, or Pike, the save on a pass. And the Griffs come back. And again, Gloucester this weekend in Aurelia, in Clarington against the Gales and the Kings. They were convincing in both wins. Gloucester, the 4 seed in the East right now. They would play Aurelia if the season ended today. Comes back out. There's a shot. Save made by Lahash, and he's got the rebound. Marcus Divo gets by. And here's Dylan Martin, Cayman Divo, Howie Francis, and Owen Rice out there as well. As is Brett Bucktooth, who missed last night's game in Gloucester. Out to Howie Francis, his shot, the flex, 7 seconds to go. Francis overran it. And that's interference on Bucktooth, Gloucester ball. Back come the Griffins. Rowan Toner sends it out in a shot. Here they score. Zach McLean fighting over the left shoulder, and it is 1-0 Gloucester. So Gloucester gets on first, 17:49 to go in the first. We will be keeping an eye out on the out-of-town scoreboard tonight. Obviously, Aurelia and the Western Ironheads, that game could potentially impact the Gloucester Griffins as Gloucester's trying to get ahead of one and stay ahead of the other. Martin out in front. Owen Rice is there, and he's turned away by Pike. Gorman back out. Martin driving. Dylan Martin got the step, and he hits Pike in the head. Good pass saved by Logan Pike. Howie Francis in pursuit. Gloucester corrals it. Josh Morrison bringing it in for the Griffins. He sends it out. Zach McLean. Chief Moon lost his balance. There's a shot blocked. Does not get through, and it comes back out to the near side. 5 seconds to shoot. McLean swings it out in front. Quick stick here, and it goes in. It trickles through. And Gloucester goes up by a count of 2-0. While the netminder gets a piece of it, but not enough. And the Gloucester here, they're hungry. The Hunters gotta pick up the intensity level here. They've been sleepwalking through the first bit. Here's Gorman, and he missed. That's another thing. The Hunters last night had a lot of opportunities, missed them. Jacob McLean has made it 2-0 for Gloucester. And he's got it here. McLean swings it. Zach McLean back out in front. They score! It is 3-0 Gloucester. And the Hunters down by 3 in the early going. And I'm not quite sure if Kahnawake realizes this, but this is a game here. We got a game going on. And they score! Wow! 4-0 Griffins. Less than 4 minutes in. I didn't even get the chance to put the third goal up on the board here. Rowan. And we've got a goaltending change. What in the world is happening here? Basically, put it this way, Gloucester's ready to play, the Hunters are not. Tyson McCumber coming in. Well, there's a lot of time left here. 16 minutes left to go in period 1. Owen Rice picks it up. Backhands it out. That will find Dylan Martin. Cayman Divo drops it. Now scoops it back up. 20 to shoot. Saganu Yanis, who missed the game last night. He shoots, and that's shouldered aside by Pike. Played up to Alex Gregory. And he hit Zach McLean into stride, and he got run over by Marcus Divo. Stays on his feet. Chief Moon stays out of the crease in order to avoid the back-in call. Good intercept by Zane Chief Moon, number 8 for the Hunters. 4-0 lead for Gloucester in the early going. Owen Rice in possession. He swings it out. Brett Bucktooth Jr. And that's deflected not once but twice. And Gloucester's on it. Zach McLean, partial transition here. They can push it if they want. And McLean took it into the teeth of the defense, and he got bit there. His side ear knocked him down. And that'll be knocked away by Darius Jones. Gloucester keeps it alive. Jones Not able to pick it up. Now he's on it, and he'll play it out. And that pass handcuffed Gorman, and it's turned over by the Hunters. There's a shot, not on. Picked up by Kahnawake. Benson White swings it up the floor to, well, it'll land on net and force Pike to get credit for a save. And Gloucester's got it. Hunters really got to start settling things down here. They've gotten good looks when they've been on offense. The thing is, Pike has stopped the shots that they've had. Gloucester's got to reset. Kahnawake got to reset here. Comes back out, open look. McLean fires, and that miss, trying to go far side. Rebound. McLean picks it back up. Shot clock down to 5. Picked up by McLean, and he gets a shot away. Tyson McCumber the save. Darius Jones up to Owen Rice. 4-0 lead for Gloucester. Owen Rice back out to Cayman Daibo. Shot clock down to 10. There's a bouncer right on. Pike makes the save. Streblek swings it up to center. This is Tobias Fromanek. Pass comes over to the near side. Van Domlin switches out. Here's an open look and a goal. Nico Greer takes the cup. Nobody there in a black jersey. It is 5-0 Gloucester. I'm just making sure here that I'm actually awake. I just tried to do I just made pretend to try and do a backflip. The thought hurt me. So if the thought alone's hurting me, that makes me realize, yes, life, this is happening. Cayman Daibo turned away. In tight by Pike. Lost the ball. Alex Gregory. Well, the Hunters trailing 5-0 in the early going here. Greer fumbled it. Gorman. And Greer picks it up. Swings it out in front. That pass deflected and intercepted by Creighton Cree. Good stand by the Hunters defensively. They have the horses here offensively to get back into it. But now those horses got to get in gear. And I'm not quite sure if horse races come in standard drive. There's a shot. Save made. A rebound behind the goal. Leighton Bomberry's on it. Fresh 30 Hunters. Howie Francis in tight. Turned aside by Pike. Trying to stuff it in. And Logan Pike says no. I'll tell you, the way the Gloucester keepers starting the game as well, the Hunters might need to work a little bit extra harder than what they're used to doing to get their goals. Oh, that'll be a penalty on Darius Jones. And a high sticky call coming up to the Hunters. Gloucester going to work on a power play up by a count of 5-0 near the early going. For a lack of words here, I'm trying to figure out how to describe what's going on right now. Shots on goal according to the game clock here are 9-7 Gloucester. And that one partially fumbled. Picked back up off the hop. Behind the net it goes. 15 to shoot. Very Gloucester doing this without the 7th leading scorer in the league, Cam Monders, who's sustained. Save made. Fresh 30 Gloucester. Hunters, of course, missing Winter Rivera for a second consecutive game. Gloucester working it around here on this power play, 17 to shoot. There's a bouncer not on, a rebound corralled by Gloucester. Comes back out. McLean swings it over. And there's a chest save by Tyson McCumber. Van Domlin to Owen Rice. 1 minute gone by in the power. Rice drags it out. He's got Gorman with him and finds him. Gorman and Bucktooth out there. Connor Gorman swings it over. Owen Rice turned aside by Pike. And that's something the Hunters have gotten, though. Despite the fact that they have yet to score, they've gotten very good looks, but Logan Pike has just been up to the task. 5-0 lead for the Griffins. Still 28 seconds to go on the power play. Comes back up to McLean. He swings it out. A backhander. Tyson McCumber says no. Rebound. Van Dommelin's pass knocked away by McLean. And Gloucester's got it. Turnover Hunters. Griffins ball. 10 seconds to go on the PP. Greer swings it out. McLean back out to Greer on the near side. Comes back up top. Jacob McLean surveys the scene. 20 to shoot. Rotating to his left. Coming in. And he's in too deep and got chopped by Marcus Divo. Ball knocked away, stolen by the Griffins. 8 to shoot. Shot comes in, save made. Rebound. Marcus Divo corrals it. And he'll start the other way for the Hunters. They do kill the penalty. So they're 1 for 1 on the PK. Leighton Bomberry. Owen Rice has a look. Decides to pull it out. Gets it over to Saganuk Watsuyan. He's got the step. And Pike turns him away. Howie Francis back on it. Cayman Divo. Pass fails to connect with Bomberry. Settle back in. Back up top. Owen Rice fires and that stop. Trying to go low. Logan Pike to stop. A rebound played up the center and it's hauled in by number 6 Thomas Formanek. Jacob McLean gets around Cree. Swings it low, shot, save made, a rebound. Gorman picks it up. Connor Gorman in a one-on-one foot race. Gorman goes to the outside, cuts back in, got the step, and he scores! Beautiful goal by Connor Gorman. The Hunters are on the board. Well, I think it was going to take that kind of an effort from Connor Gorman. That kind of an effort from the Kahnawake to put the Hunters on the board. Great move by Gorman. One-on-one, he had one man back. It was Josh Morrison. Morrison, a good defender, but Gorman just a little too big. Able to go cut back inside, outside in basketball. If you know a hero step, that's pretty much what Gorman was able to do. And then he makes no mistake upstairs. Hunters on the board at 5-1, and that face-off was won by Bomberry. His pass hit Jensen White in the head. Bomberry upset. He was chopped after the fact up high, and I'll tell you what, he's not very demonstrative. It's very rare to see Leighton Bomberry get mad. He was mad there. Cayman Divo swings it out to Saganuk Watsuyan. Rice, 12 to shoot. Rice fires a bouncer, not on. Moving pick called on the Hunters. Gloucester ball. 8:03 to go, period 1. Gloucester 5, Kahnawake 1. Connor Gorman has the Hunters on the board, but still a lot of work. Fortunately for Kahnawake, a lot of time. Jensen McLean shoots it over the top. A rebound, not on. Gloucester back on it. This is Zach McLean cutting in and scores. Oh, yeah. Lack of concentration for the Hunters. I don't know how on earth they were not able to pick up this Lucy to bite them in the butt, and Gloucester wants this game. That much is obvious. Simple plays like that for the Hunters are working against them. That's a back in. Montgomery, you got to take a step out of the crease to greet that ball. He'll know that for next time. Gloucester in possession. Swung back out, back up to the near side. This is McLean firing. He scores. Jacob McLean adds the extra point. It is 7-1 Gloucester. This feels like the last game the Hunters played in the regular season last year, where Gloucester jumped all over them and Kahnawake never really got back into the game. Now the Hunters went on a great run, obviously going all the way to the final, but I mean, you don't want to put yourself behind the 8 ball. You got a chance at winning first place in the East if you win out. And once again, he changed. Tyson McCumber is out. Casey Lahash back in the net. 7-1 Gloucester. Priced out to Connor Gorman. He's got the only goal for the Hunters so far, and that's intercepted. Intercepted by Chief Moon. Owen Rice. Connor Gorman, 7:07 left to go in the first. Still plenty of time here, but I mean, that gap is only getting bigger right now. Owen Rice around the screen, has a look from the house, and he's turned aside by Logan Pipe. Owen Rice back out. Here's a look. Martin, quick stick, crossbar on an open net. Although it was a sharp angle, but it's been that kind of a night for the Hunters. Cayman Dibo spins away from McLean, shoots, turned aside by Pike, using that right shoulder. And that'll go into Hunters territory, corralled by the Griffs. McLean around Van Domelen. Out in front, open look. Shoulder save made by Casey. Darius Jones accelerates into Gloucester territory. Darius Jones got it, and he's turned aside. A rebound picked up by the Hunters. Oh, I thought it would be. What in the world? Miscommunication, and finally the Hunters are on it. I mean, it's taking almost divine intervention for the Hunters to even pick up a Lucy at this point. Still plenty of time for Kahnawake to turn it around, though. Let's see if they can make something of this. Bucktooth, Howie Francis got the step, and his shot's deflected. Good slide, picked up by the Hunters. Kamen Dibo wide open, not on, and that misses. High sticking the call, and maybe this could be how the Hunters start a rally. Power play coming up for Kahnawake. Penalty on the Griffins for a high stick. And the penalty's on Cody Brown for Gloucester. 2-0 lead for Halton Hills over the Green Bowmanville right now. So if Halton Hills hangs on and wins there, they clinch a spot in the 2025 Ontario Junior B Lacrosse League playoffs. Owen Rice to Cayman Dibo. Howie Francis. Out in front, Rice shoots, save made by Pike. Thrown up the floor, intercepted by Owen Rice. Fresh 30 Hunters. Rice, Gorman, or that's Howie Francis, sorry. Picking it back up. He's got Sagunu Yanis Rice with him. Hunters like that backdoor play with Rice. Rice out in front, Cayman Dibo score! Power play goal, Cayman Dibo. Cuts through, makes no mistake, and it's 7-2. Hunters don't gotta play perfect, but they gotta play their best lacrosse of the season for the next 45 minutes to come back. 7-2 is the scoreline here. 5-0. That's a power play goal for Cayman Dibo. And a interference call on the Hunters before the ball is dropped. Possession is now earned by Gloucester. Back come the Griffs. Back behind the net. And that's deflected by Cy Deer. Jensen White there as well. Cy wins the battle. I was talking to him last night as he sat the game out against Akwesasne. I asked him, how do you like the game from the stands? He says, it's miserable. Shows you how much he wants to be out there. Cayman Dibo swings it out to Gorman. Gorman out in front. Sungo Rice, crossbar. Owen Rice. Gregory got it. Alex Gregory back for Gloucester. At his own restraining line, swings it over to Jacob McLean. Partial transition for Gloucester. They had a 2-on-1. They decided to slow it up. Greer got the step, around Gorman, and he's stripped. Good strip, Kahnawake. Greer picks it back up, swings it out, and that's intercepted. Kahnawake coming back for the Hunters. One Gloucester player back, and Kamen will not go for it. He's waiting for a full change. Hunters got it. 3:44 to go here in the first. 7-2 Gloucester. So I'm going to go to Yannis Rice around a screen, out to Howie Francis, and the pass fails to connect with Francis. Francis overran the ball. Gloucester corrals it, and it's thrown up to center, where it can be reeled in by Strylblick. Strylblick swings it over to Zach McLean. Woolridge, Jacob McLean, Zach McLean attacking, shooting, and that's turned away. Darius Jones can't get it, and Gloucester's got a fresh 30 in tight, and that's not on. A rebound. Jones picks it up. Darius hacks it up, and that's going to work. Marcus Daibo gets it over to Brett Bucktooth Jr. to Kamen Daibo. 3 minutes remaining in period one. 7-2 lead for the Griffins. Kamen against Gregory, throws it out. So I'm going to go to Yannis. Out to Bucktooth, pass fails to connect. Goes to the far corner, 10 to suit, Kamen on it. Out in front, and the pass hops out of the stick of Rice. 5 seconds to go. So I'm going to go to Yannis. Rice in there, and he's turned aside by Pike from a sharp angle. 2:35 remaining period one. Gloucester 7, Kahnawake 2. Here is Zach McLean. Jacob McLean. Swings it over to the near side. Open look, shot not on. Gorman picks up the rebound. Connor Gorman moving in. He's got Kamen Daibo with him. Kamen Daibo in alone. He's turned away. Picks up the rebound. Oh, he went through the crease. Gloucester ball. Picked up by Gloucester. 2 minutes and 3 seconds remaining period one. And here comes Patanza dancing by Marcus Daibo. Patanza gets around Cree, back behind the goal. Swung back out to Greer on the near side. Greer gets around a screen. Greer with the feed over. And that'll be knocked back out. And Creighton Cree corrals it. 7-2 Gloucester, 1:34 remaining. Hunters in possession. Owen Rice. There's a shot, score! Hidden ball trick! Substitute puts it to Yannis Rice. The hidden ball trick works for the Hunters. It's 7-3 with 1:20. I said the Hunters pull it out like once every 5. The second time it's worked in the last 3. And that makes it 7-3 here. Jensen White in pursuit of the ball. Brett Bucktooth Jr. there as well. Bucktooth corrals it for the Hunters. Side here, Owen Rice. 1 minute remaining here in the first. It's 7-3. The Hunters have woken up. They've scored each of the last 2 goals. Final minute in the first. Connor Gorman back out to Owen Rice. Out in front, Rice on the give and go. He missed the far post. Picked up by Gloucester. Rice in pursuit. And Gloucester throws this one off the hop, side gear in. And the Hunters doubling it. Ball squirts free, picked up by Zach McLean. He swings it out, and they score. And a roughing call. Onside here after the goal. Gloucester has scored 8 goals in the first period, and they got a power play now. This is the worst period the Hunters have played all year, by far. And we'll see if Gloucester can end the first. Loud bang. They just scored and now have a power play. Shot clock is not a factor. And the Griffins know that. Only a half-second differential between the shot and the game. Now they begin their moves. Pass is deflected. Creighton Cree not able to corral it. That'll do it for the first period of play. Kahnawake Hunters have not lost a game at home yet this season. And I'll tell you what, that streak is in extreme danger right now. But that well is starting to run a little dry at the Plex. The Gloucester Griffins are on top of the Kahnawake Hunters 8-3 at the end of period number 1. We're going to come right back. You're listening to Hunters Lacrosse on Kahnawake's K1037. So do not adjust your headsets, do not adjust your screens, do not adjust your dial. The Gloucester Griffins are leading the Kahnawake Hunters 8-3 at the end of period 1. I guess to summarize, the 50-50 balls have actually been 70-30 for Gloucester right now. The Griffins just have more desire to win this game than the Hunters. And you know, if Kahnawake wins out, they would finish with the #1 seed. I don't know if that's what they want at this point in time. Honestly, last year they finished as the 8th seed and then went through the 4, the 3, and the 1. So maybe they don't really care about the regular season, but to lose in a fashion like this could be quite demoralizing for a team. Now the Hunters do got 40 minutes left to turn things around, and we'll see if they can get to that. Let's have a look at the out-of-town scoreboard at Kahnawake Arena. Junior C's the Hunters, Junior C Hunters in action. They lead Gloucester 3-2 after 20 minutes of play. So the Junior C Hunters hoping to get a win over there. West Durham Ironheads and the Aurelia Kings. A win for West Durham would officially clinch at least the 4 seed for the Ironheads and home floor advantage in the opening round of the playoffs. Right now, they're on top of Aurelia 3-2. If Aurelia loses there and Gloucester hangs on to win here, Gloucester officially finishes in the top 4, and they would have home floor advantage in the first round of the playoffs as well. So 3-2 West Durham over Aurelia at the end of 20 minutes at the Mask in Aurelia. Another game to look at, Green Gales and Holton Hills. It is 2-0 Bolton over the Green Gales at the end of the first. If Bolton wins that game, then the Bulldogs are officially the 8th and final team that clinches a spot in the Eastern Conference playoffs. Bolton leading it there 2-0 over the Gales. A loss for the Gales plus a win here for Gloucester would also mean that the Gales would finish either 5th or 6th. West Durham, if they win and the Gales lose tonight, the Ironheads officially win that division, and the Green Gales failed to win their division for the first time since 2007. The Green Gales have not won that division since 2007. They won it every single year. Newmarket won it back in the 07 season. Right now, the Green Gales in danger of losing that game, and if West Durham hangs on to beat Aurelia, then the Ironheads would officially be Mid-East Division champions. Mimico leading Newmarket 2-1 at the end of the first. That's at the Mimico Arena. The Mountaineers 4-13. The Redbirds lead 13-0. Elora and Cambridge, great game out west. The Hawks, the defending national champions, in front of the Highlanders, 2-1. And here, after 20 minutes of play, do not adjust that radio dial. The Gloucester Griffins leading the Kahnawake Hunters by a count of 8-3. The Hunters got 40 minutes to turn it around. Defensively, they have not shown a whole lot of interest. They were on it like gangbusters, basically in every single game that they played until recently. They were really on it at Gloucester last Wednesday. They were really on it Thursday in Nepean. They were really on it Saturday in Brampton. Sunday, they only gave up 4 even-strength goals against Mimico. Of course, 9 power play goals for the Mountaineers in that Hunters overtime win. And then last night, Gloucester scored 9. I thought the Hunters actually got the better chances. I thought they played a very good game, but they just didn't get the win. Second period about to begin. Minute 31 left in power play time for Gloucester. The Griffins taking it to the Hunters right now. It is 8-3. This second period is about to begin. We'll see if the Hunters can turn things around. They got to tighten up a little here defensively. Too many good looks for Gloucester. This second period is underway. Montgomery wins the draw. Hunters corral it. Jensen White doubled. Is able to bust through. Triple team, got through, and has it knocked out of his stick. That's over and back, Gloucester ball. A good effort by Jensen White. He did waste 15 seconds of Gloucester power play time. Power play now down to 1 minute and 10. Gloucester 8, Kahnawake 3.
Griffins in possession. Comes back to the near side, back out in front. Pass fails to connect as Jacob McLean was cutting. Chief Moon sags. Zach McLean. Back out. There's a shot. Not on. Rebound corralled by the Griffs. 4 seconds to shoot. Comes back to the top. Shot. Crossbar. Rebound stays in play. Corralled by Nico Greer. The call up from Junior C. Swung over. There's a shot. Pad save. Chief Moon has it go through. He and Aiden Pajic. And the Griffins are on it. Fresh 30 Gloucester. 27 to go on the shot. Comes back up top. And here's a look. Shot save made by Casey Lahash. Van Donlin. Owen Rice. Brett Bucktooth Jr. To Kanan Diver. Over to Bucktooth. And we are back to full strength, so side here out of the box. Bucktooth is open, and he's turned aside in tight right pipe. On offense, the Hunters have gotten some quality looks. Good shoulder stop by the Gloucester keeper. 18:07 to play in the second. 8-3 Gloucester leading. Here's a feed, not there. That will be shot into the mesh. Hunter's ball. Shot clock was still down to 5. I think they could have gotten something, maybe try to get something more out of that. I am not a player. Bucktooth. Damon Divo. Back out to Brett Bucktooth Jr. Struggling to watch the Yannis. Howie Francis, go on, no goal. He's in the crease. Corralled by Gloucester. Swung back up top. Gloucester in possession. This is Josh Morrison. Pressured, got it out to Fromanek. Zach McLean. Morrison. There's a shot. Turned aside by Casey Lahash. Jensen White. Darius Jones. Up the floor. Owen Rice to Bomberry. Out in front, Rice fails to retrieve the pass. Comes out. Shot. Score! Brett Bucktooth Jr. And it is 8-4. Hunters have the horses to get back in this game on offense. They just got to tighten up a little bit defensively. And here's Brett Bucktooth Jr. catching this one right at the house. He beat 8-4. 16:54 to go in the second. Face-off coming up. Face-off violation on the Griffins. Howie Francis will have it for the Hunters. Connor Gorman. Shot score! Hitting ball trick again! It worked again! That's 2 times! Connor Gorman! My Pike thought Howie Francis had it. Connor Gorman scores 2 goals in 14 seconds, and that makes it 8-5. The Hunters have made it a 3-goal game here with 16:44 to go. Jensen White fishes it out. Bryce Stout's on it, and the Hunters win the draw. 16:34 to go. Owen Rice surveys. Rice got around Gregory. Owen Rice resets and brings it out to Saganuk Watsunugianis. He shoots, Pike to save a rebound. Bucktooth trying to force the pass, but Gloucester's able to break the pressure and come back to center. Comes over to the wall here on the near side, and this is Kanan Divo corralling it for Kahnawake. Divo gets up to center. And he gets it over to Howie Francis, back to Saganuk Watsunugianis. Shoots not on. Comes back to Kamen Daibo. Daibo swings it out. Open look. Suggo scores! Sucking it to be Johnny's Price. Buries one over the right shoulder of Pike. And it's now 8-6. Goaltender's timeout. Bang, bang, bang. We got ourselves a ball game here. And with 15:45 remaining, the Hunters have scored 3 goals in the last minute. Gloucester trying to wheel the coaches in, but the referee's saying, no, you can't do that. Or no, bro, as the kids like to say nowadays. So I work at a high school, I hear that every day. Thought it was bad enough those guys are calling. Now my own kid calls me, bro. 8-6 Gloucester here with 15:45 to go in the second. And Brett Bucktu Jr.'s on it. Side here. Owen Rice. Connor Gorman. To Rice. Kamen Daibo. Surveying the scene. 12 to shoot out in front. Martin scores! Dylan Martin. And it's down to 1. Hunters have scored 4 goals in 90 seconds. And it's a 1-goal game. Well, they're very much awake right now. Yes, that was me knocking on wood. In here the place with 15:21 to go in the second. If you like goals, you're welcome. Not that I'm scoring any, but we are bringing the action here at Kahnawake K1037. Jensen White throws it up to Bucktooth. That's another thing the Hunters doing a good job of winning the draws. Bucktooth the shot, save made. Rebound. Lands over the top. Good job by Pike to avoid picking it up. It would have been a back in. Gregory lost his balance. Owen Rice digging for it, and he's got possession. And those 50-50 battles that were 70-30 Gloucester are now starting to go to the Hunters here in the second period. Well, the Hunters are being the Hunters. They're in the hunt for this game. Very much in the hunt for this game. Kamen Daibo out in front. Pass fails to connect. Referees have to start a manual shot clock. It's on. Martin a shot, not on. Rebound. Lobs up in front of the net. Shot clock is down to 1. And that'll be a shot clock violation on the Hunters. Gloucester ball. The penalty happened right in front of the official. Kind of hard not to say, kind of hard to not call that one. Gloucester going to work on a power play. Hunters got it's 8-7 Gloucester here with 14:11 to go in the second. Jeez, has it really been 5.5 since this period began? Gee, what a tilt here at the Flex. 8-7 Gloucester leading. There's a shot. Shoulder save made. Rebound. Jensen White's on it. And the Hunters corral it. Going to try to get you an update from Manola Goa Arena as soon as possible. Hunters Junior C team leading the Gloucester Lightning 3-2 after the first. And that play has begun in the second. Owen Rice surveys the scene. Shot clock down to 8. And Rice with a shot fake. Owen shoots. And did not hit the net. Rice shoots, save made, and Pike traps it. 45 gone by in the power for Gloucester. Gloucester 8, Kahnawake 7. Jacob McLean swinging it back up to Zach McLean. Back to Jacob, over to Zach at the top. Slung shot around. Out in front, pass is broken up and intercepted by the Hunters. To Van Domelen, pushing the pace. Connor Gorman and Howie Francis out there. Francis in possession. Kamen Daibo, Dylan Martin also out there to try to kill off this penalty. 40 to go on the PP for Gloucester. Shot clock down to 10. Kamen Daibo got around Gregory. Out in front, Martin, and he couldn't pull the trigger as the ball fell out of his stick. Back comes Gloucester. In transition, side ear back defensively, as is Gorman. Jensen White joining the fray, and there's Sinigayuta Van Domelen. 20 to go on the PP. Penalty clock and shot clock are at the same. Swung back to the near side. At the house. Good slide by Connor Gorman. He knocks it loose, and the Hunters corral it. Gorman gets over the restraining line, and that'll do it for the Gloucester penalty. The Hunters 3 for 3 on the penalty kill. Bucktooth. Owen Rice. Cayman Daibo. He fires. That hit a stick. Stays in play. Shot clock at 7. Saganugwa to Lianis over to Cayman. Home run pass. Caught by Rice. Scores! They've climbed the mountain. Will they scale it now is the question. It's 8-8. It was 8-3 going into this period. And we're back at square one. And this has turned into a typical Far East Division showdown. And the Hunters corral it. Bucktooth in possession. Here comes Gorman and Howie Francis. Bucktooth sets a pick. Francis fires, save made. Rebound Howie Francis. Picks it up. Fresh 30 Hunters. Jensen White gets off the floor. Cayman Daibo coming in. Well, it's the Griffins that are sleepwalking a bit right now. Back out. Bucktooth in front. And that's not on. Gloucester corrals it. Gregory coming through the middle. Gregory swings it out near side. Fromanak brings it back out. Being pressured by Cayman, swings it to the wall. Picked up by Jacob McLean, the righty on his right side. And he has it stripped. Hunters corral it and Tylen Daibo buried McLean. Back out, Cayman Daibo. Coming in, going at him, shoots, and he can't beat Pike. Comes over to number 5, who's Streilbeck, and Andre Streilbeck gets it over. Fromanak. Eight tie here. And that shot's turned aside. Picked up by Gloucester. And here's a shot. Saved by Casey. Halfway through this second period. Lead pass, Creighton Cree. He's on it. He shoots and he misses the net with the shot. Good job on defense by, it's like number 19, Jacob McLean. Knocking that pass away. Back out. 15 to shoot at the house. Chief Moon with the slide, and that was a well-timed slide. Hunters are on it. So I'm going to go to the Giannis. Has possession. You know what? Every time somebody's trying or potentially trying a hidden ball trick, the fans in front of us are screaming. The Hunters got 2 hidden ball tricks here. Short side shot not on. And that's another thing for the Gloucester Griffins there. Communication was off. There's a turnover. Saganugwa taking for it. Those 50-50 balls are becoming, well, 60-40 Hunters right now. Maybe 70-30 the way this second period's gone. Bomberry around a screen. Out in front, pass is broken up by Gregory. He pokes it out to himself, and he's going to get a Lucy here. Gregory coming in, he shoots and scores! Owen Gregory, the big man in transition, puts Gloucester back in front. And that stops a 5-goal spurge by the Hunters. Gloucester back in front. Gloucester 9, 8. 8:40 to go. Connor Gorman up the floor. Owen Rice in behind the defense. Turned aside by Pike. Rice swings it out. Gorman driving, spinning, and brings it back out. Hunters were set on offense. Owen Rice to Jensen White. Connor Gorman. Owen Rice catching it with 13 to shoot. Rice spins off, double teamed and has it stripped. Back come the Griffins. Rice lost his stick. And Rice still playing without his stick, making something work. Now we'll get back to the bench. Shot clock down to 12. And by the way, this is box lacrosse. You can play without a stick in box. You can't in field. There's a shot, score! 2 in a row for Gloucester, and Jacob McLean gives Gloucester the lead by 2 again. It's 10-8 Griffins. Well, if you're the Hunters here, you're giving up 2 goals in a row. You have to say, hey, look, it was 8-3 them after the first. If you would have said, okay, we're going to shrink a 5-goal lead down to 2 by the end of the second, how'd you feel? You probably feel a lot better, right? So, keep working here. 7:48 to go in period 2. And that's knocked back into Hunters territory, and a smart move by Rowan Toner, sweeping it back to his defenseman. Back up top. And that'll be thrown back. Pike coming out of his net. Will be pressured by Creighton 3. Gloucester now attacking in transition. Semi-transition anyway. Good stick by Stout, knocks it down. Shot clock down to 3, down to 2, down to 1, and that will be a shot clock violation on the Griffins. Bryce Stout gets towards the Hunters bench, and he'll give it off to Dylan Martin. Saganova to Yanis. Owen Rice. To Rice. Rice fires, mass save made. The rebound kicked out. Fresh 30 Hunters feet. Trying to thread the needle was Rice. Martin fumbles it. Came in, Dybo shot in tight, save made. And he got roughed up on the doorstep. Back come the Griffins. Josh Morrison. Feed out in front, and Nico Greer got lost. No one there to pick him up. But the Hunters corral it. No one picking up Greer, who was wide open down Broadway. But the Hunters do have possession. Owen Rice swings it to Connor Gorman. Gorman shoots, not on. Rebound picked up, Owen Rice. Shot clock at 10. Rice, Ballberry, shoots and he's turned away. A rebound. Bucktooth overran it. Back on the Hunters defensively. 10-8 Griffins with 5:45 to go in the second. Shot clock at 15. Romanak swings it out to Greer. Played out in front, pass fails to connect. There's Jones, overran it. Something going out to Van Domelen. Donna, he got knocked down and Gloucester corrals it. Greer taking out Van Domelen and Gloucester back on it. And Gloucester gets a shot here, save made by Casey. And they're starting to close the gap on those 50-50 balls, and here's another one up for grabs. There's Jones, overran the ball, and he's got it now. Gotta secure that ball before you make the pass. Howie Francis sets a pick. Out in front, Francis. He goes through the crease, Gloucester ball. 4:51 to go in the second period of play. Gloucester 10, Kahnawake 8. The Hunters tied the game. And Gloucester has scored each of the last 2 goals. Mini 2-0 run for the Griffins here. 12 seconds to shoot. There's a blast. Kick save And side here, made sure his man felt the part of that. Connor Gorman in behind the defense. Gorman scores! Connor Gorman's got the hat trick, and with 4:20 to go in the second, it's 10-9. So Connor Gorman has cut it down to 1. Second intermission coming up. And Kanan Daibo corrals it. His pass was blocked, and the Hunters turn it over. Jensen White forcing the issue. Nearly came up with the steal. Chief Moon in pursuit. Gloucester still has one with Krasuste and one with Nepean. 10 seconds to go. The Griffins pick up a Lucy in their own end. McLean with 3 to shoot. Zach McLean lets it go. Save made. Rebound. That's a back in. Yep. 3:43 to go. Look at that. Gloucester making something out of nothing. Let's see if they can take advantage of it. One-handed out in front. Good move and a shot kick saved by Casey. He got it with the left pad. Fresh 30 Griffins. Comes out in front. Shot. Good stick by Stout. Picked up by the Griffs. Comes over to the near side. And it's turned aside by Lahash as he turns away from Romanak. So I'm going to go to the Yannis. Back out to Owen Rice. So I'm going to go to the Yannis to Owen Rice to Kanan Daibo. Daibo out in front. Suggle Rice hips it up off the hop. 5 to shoot. Rice fires. Save made by the netminder. A rebound around by Gloucester. Played up to center. And Gregory gets it in. Here comes Owen Gregory challenging Van Dommelen. Now he brings it back out to Jacob McLean. We got a moving pick called on the Griffins. Hunter's ball. And Tylen Daibo really giving it to Cody Brown coming back as both those guys go to the bench for a change. Here's Kanan Daibo around the screen. He fires and missed it. Martin deflects it. Bomberry trying to one-hand it. Shot clock down to 10. Leighton Bomberry doubled, and Gloucester comes up with it. Darius Jones back on the fence. Zach McLean. Romanak. Both these two teams missing major offensive punch. Cam Monders out for Gloucester. He's serving a 1-game suspension. Winter Rivera not here either. He's a prominent player for the Hunters. One of the most offensively gifted. Well, that's saying a lot, just like it is with Gloucester. Here's Zach McLean, speaking of offensively gifted. He's turned away. Legal cross-checking on Bryce Stout. I know we say no penalties are unnecessary, but that one felt a little unnecessary. Of course, the counter argument is, well, I didn't hit him that hard. Gloucester's got 6 guys out there. They got to get one off. Now they got 2 off. Now they got 2 few. All right. After this game of musical numbers is now restored. 17 to shoot. Drive, not on, and that hits the ceiling. Hunter's ball. Side here. So they go out to Van Dommelen. Owen Rice taking his time. He gets it out to Gorman. Connor Gorman's got a hat trick in this game. 10-9, Gloucester on top. Gorman, Owen Rice. Shot clock down to 5. Rice shoots, no dice. Save made, rebound grab by Gloucester. Owen Gregory up the floor, intercepted. Side here. Throws it up, and Owen Rice corrals it. Great work by side here. We're down to the final 40. So Gloucester will get one last chance here in this period on the PP. Unless the Hunters score here and then win the subsequent draw after the fact. 10-second differential shot in game. Pass in front for Owen Rice is knocked away. Rice picks it up 4 seconds to go on the shot. Rice a backhander, save Pike. Gloucester wants a timeout, and they will get the timeout with 14.1 seconds to go here in the second, called by the Griffins. So Gloucester will go to work on a power play here. Score is 10-9. Hunters killing off a penalty. There's 38 seconds left on the PP. Coming up, we'll have the second intermission report. A look at the out-of-town scoreboard. And a look ahead to the third period of play. Akwesasne, the Lightning, leading the Junior C Hunters right now 6-3 at Anoa Lagoa Arena. .1 remaining in the second. The Griffins will have possession here. Here we go. Jacob McLean at the bench. 5 seconds to shoot. Gets it at the top. Down to 2. Behind the net. They're not going to get a shot off. So that shot, that possession goes awry, and the Hunters will go into the second intermission in much better shape than they were at the end of 20. It was 8-3 Gloucester after the first innings. As we head into the potential final 20 minutes of play here in this one. Kahnawake down by 1 after 40. You're listening to Hunters Lacrosse on Kahnawake's K1037. in the 7th spot, 2 points ahead of Halton. They have the head-to-head tiebreaker over the Bulldogs. The Green Gales 9-7-1, 1 point ahead of Akwesasne with the game in hand, but the Thunder do own the head-to-head. Aurelia 10-8, they are 1 point up on the Gales, but the Gales, we mentioned, they've got the head-to-head. Gloucester 10-7, they are ahead of the Kings and have the head-to-head on Aurelia. Western Ironheads 12-6. If they win tonight, they would automatically clinch that division and at least a top 4 seed in the Eastern Conference. Hunters 13-4. They're 1 loss back of Nepean. They're going to have to win out and hope the Knights either lose multiple games or that the Hunters are able to beat Nepean by a good amount on Saturday. They have to beat them by 4 goals. If they beat them by 3, then they go down to another tiebreaker. So both of these two teams making their way back to the floor. Should be a very interesting third period of play. Maybe it's not the last 20 minutes that we got here as we get set for this third and potentially final period in this one. 10-9 lead for the Gloucester Griffins. Trying to get an update on our junior season. They were losing 6-3 up to Justin that last time. Won it, side ears got it, and the Hunters control. 15 seconds left to go in the power play for Gloucester. Owen Rice, back out to Saganumatumiani's Rice, 5 seconds remaining. Owen Rice, and we are back to full strength. The Hunters 4 for 4 on the penalty kill. Brett Bucktooth. To the goal, Owen Rice shoots. No, that's turned away actually. Comes over to the Gloucester bench. Owen Rice corrals it, and the Hunters got a fresh 30. So they got into Van Domlin. Saganumatumiani's Rice coming in. Howie Francis. Leighton Marbury, back to Francis. Saga Rice has it knocked off the stick. With a defensive play by Toner, and the Griffins get possession. Up the center. Josh Morrison. Jacob McLean. Back out. Shot clock at 13. Comes over to the near side where it is Greer setting the pick. Back out. Jacob McLean over to Morrison. Out in front, Romanak, not on a rebound. Turn aside as the shot clock is winding down. Orman corrals it. Owen Rice to Cayman Divo. Gets a pick from Martin. Out in front, Martin in tight. And Pike's got it, he'll hang on. What a marvelous save and tight by Logan Pike. Keeping this 10-9. Owen Gregory swings it back out. On the near side. Squirts back out to the middle. Zach McLean. Off angle shot. He doesn't hit. Tyler Divo finishes his check. And Marcus Divo corrals it. Marcus Divo with Owen Rice coming in off the bench. Owen Rice in behind the defense. He shoots and it's shouldered aside by Owen Pike. Or Logan Pike, sorry. Logan Pike turning away Owen Rice. Rice pressuring high though. And now Gloucester gets rid of it and they'll be able to attack offensively. 10 seconds to shoot. Comes back out. And a bouncer, save made. Rebound grabbed by Kahnawake. Cayman Divo. He's got Howie Francis with him. Divo. Looks up top and hits Brett Bucktooth. Howie Francis. Around the screen, back over to Kamen on the far side. Kamen walking in, trying to feed for Bomberry, but the pass was out of reach. Brett Buckter, 3 seconds to shoot. Bomberry has to fire it. He does. Pike makes the save, and he's got the rebound. Gloucester in possession. 10-9. Griffins. 16:34 to play. Behind the net. Pass fails to connect. Greer around the screen. Greer bounces one, saved made by Casey. Rebound frustrating Griffiths. Behind the net. Tyler Dybel switches. Behind the goal, Darius Jones watches this one go out to Greer. 12 seconds to shoot. Greer moving pick. Creating free. Was in behind the defense, but now the Hunters decided to just get a conventional offense flowing. Instead of trying to push it in transition, Cree goes to the bench. Shoving it over to the Rice. Around the screen. Rice to Francis. And rolls on Pike, and he's forced to come up with the ball. I think he was expecting that one to go through. Gregory. Gloucester leading. Jacob McLean. Challenging Deer, and side finishes him off. Shot clock down to 4. Comes back up top. Morrison shoots, and that's bounced on. Save made. Back come the Hunters. 10-9, 1-goal game. David Dybel charging, has a look. Crossbar! Back comes Gloucester, 2-on-1. Sugar Rice back on the defense. Penalty coming up. Shot save made. Too many on the floor. All right, so Gloucester going to work on the power play. 14:49 to go. 10-9 lead for Gloucester. Up top. Gloucester setting up here on the PP. That pass caroms off a Hunter's stick and goes to the near corner. 7 to shoot. Working his way up, Frobernack, he shoots, save made, rebound. McLean picks it up, turned away in time. 3-3. Has to get it over center. Lobs it off the wall. Owen Rice lets it roll. Rice knocked it away, picked up by Gloucester. And the Griffins will be back on the PP. 45 seconds gone by on the power play. Sorry, I'm talking live. I can't interact right now. Gloucester in possession. 10-9, Griffins leading with 1 minute and 4 seconds to go. Brown swings it back. And it's intercepted and stolen by Kahnawake. There's Jones is away. Jones gets it to Kamen Dybel. Dybel for Gorman. Gorman in the trolley tracks, gets by 1. Brings it back out for Kamen Dybel. 14 to shoot. Sagadu Watsuyani Rice. Howie Francis cuts to the middle, gets a shot, he scores! What a time to get your first in your home, in the new home rink. He scored one last night, he's got one here. And Howie Francis has tied it up. 10 goals each. 32 seconds left in the penalty. What a big goal for Howie Francis. Stout. And Gloucester's got it. Woolrich gets out of the dog pile with it. 17 to go on the power play for the Griffs. McLean, Jacob McLean. Zach McLean has it roll over his head, picks it back up off the hop. 8 to shoot. Swings it back out, pass goes to net. Side here, knocks it down into the wall. And here's on it.
Hunters have killed off the penalty. They are 5 for 5 on the PK. 12:40 remaining. 38-3, Kahnawake 10, Gloucester 10. The Hunters have climbed the mountain. Can they scale it? They have an offensive possession here. Cayman Divo. Dylan Martin scores! And the Hunters have taken the lead. First lead of the game for Kahnawake. Like we mentioned, the Hunters had the offensive firepower, and they do, to take this baby to the finish line. And for the first game, they are ahead. 12:26 to go. This game is brought to you by Pearl Spa Beauty and Wellness, located at the bottom of Blind Ladies Hill. 11-10, Hunters leading in a tight race to the finish now. Bolted ahead. 11-10, Hunters leading. Bucktooth knocks it free to the near wall. It's overrun, and then Cayman Divo knocks his man down. Comes to the opposite side. Gorman runs over his man, and that's going to be a penalty. Here comes Gloucester. Chance shot. Shoulder safety. Too many men on the floor, and they slash. So a 5-on-3 coming up for Gloucester. Okay, they call one penalty. The Hunters had too many men on the floor when the ball was loose, so that's why they didn't call it. Power play Gloucester. 11:47 to go in period 3. Kahnawake 11, Gloucester 10. Zach McLean driving, and Stout swings it back out. Greer down low, shot blocked. Comes to the near side. And that pass is deflected and picked up behind by Stout. Bryce Stout gets across center. Alex Gregory back. Actually, it is Owen Gregory. All right. I always fix those up. Sorry about that. Owen? So to Yannis Rice with 8 to shoot. Rice driving one, save made. A rebound, Martin overran it, had him stick on it, but just couldn't corral it with one hand. They make those one-handed scoop-ups look so easy. In reality, they're not that easy, folks. 45 seconds left in the power play for the Griffins. Kahnawake 11, Gloucester 10. There's a pick and a shot. McLean missed. Scooped up by Morrison. Jacob McLean swings it in. Zach McLean trying to go 5-hole over the side. Shoots up. There's Jones up the floor. Owen Rice reels it in. Howie Francis. Howie Francis. 10 seconds to shoot. 10 seconds on the penalty. Cayman Divo Cayman Divo first 2-goal lead in the game of the night for the Hunters. It's a shorty. 6 seconds to go in the power play for Gloucester. Hunters. An update from Gloucester 7-6 Junior C. Hunters trailing the Gloucester Lightning at the Gloucester Arena. Penalty to Gorman is over. Gorman picks it up, and Connor Gorman jukes by. Gorman waiting for help, finds Jensen White. White shot fakes, and he's not going to take it. They pull it up and try to get the conventional shot. Four righties, or three righties and two lefties out here. Bucktooth and Gorman, the two lefties. Gorman back out for White. Owen Rice at the top. Around the screen, Owen Rice, shove you down Broadway. His shot not on. 7 to shoot. White to Gorman. Gorman fires, score! He's got his fourth goal of the game. It starts. And the Hunters lead by a field goal, 13, 10 Kahnawake, 9:19 to go in the third. Side here, scoops it out. And the Hunters are winning those battles, the 50-50 battles, the face-offs. Unbelievable job by Kahnawake. The defense is locking in. They are 6 for 6 on the PK tonight as well. Bucktooth trying to go 5-hole, pike to save. But we still got 9 minutes to go here. Zach McLean. Zach McLean gets it out to Jacob McLean. 10 seconds to shoot. Little hop. Picked up by Morrison. Morrison one hands it out. Tyler Divo switches on. Shot comes in. Save. Rebound. Picked up by Zach McLean. And a shot over the top of the goal. Not on. Comes over to the right side wall. Corralled by the Griffins. Creed ties his man up, but it's Zach McLean corralling it out in front of the net. A spin-off and a shot. Save. Rebound. Creed almost knocked into the net. There's Jones up the floor. Came in Divo with Gregory back. Came and shoots. Shoulder save made. And a rebound. Gloucester controls it. Owen Gregory spins off. Came in Divo. Hunter's definitely on the moving pick there. It's not called. Back come the Griffs. Zach McLean. Jacob McLean. That's Greer. Sorry, he's stripped by Marcus Divo. Penalty coming up to Gloucester. Marcus Divo on the steal. Up the floor. 2-on-0. Connor Gorman in alone. Gorman fakes. Gorman shooting. Score! He's got his 5th of the night. Outstanding goal by a standout player. And the Kahnawake Hunters lead by 4. Meanwhile, in the Gloucester Arena, the Lightning leading the Hunters 8-7 in Junior C action. Connor Gorman's got his 5th of the night. So the penalty is wiped out by the goal. And Gloucester's got possession. Back comes Gloucester. McLean throws it out. Zach McLean driving, kicks it out. Jacob McLean can't get the shot out. White stay with him. They try to tuck it in. No. Van Domelen finishes his check, and the Hunters defense has done a complete 180. Gloucester was able to do anything they wanted in the first period, and the Hunters said, you know what, enough of that crap. Owen Rice, not on. And the Hunters forced the turnover. Rice, Thibault, missed it. Penalty coming up to Gloucester. And this game has completely nosedived for the Griffins. The Hunters played their worst period of the entire season in the first, and now they'll get a 4-minute power play, 2-minute unsportsmanlike conduct in addition to a 2-minute illegal cross-check. Power play Hunters, 6:40 to go from their worst period of the year to perhaps their best two. The Hunters have outscored Gloucester 11-2 in the last 37 minutes. 33 minutes, sorry. I was really good in math, I swear, at some point. There's a bouncer, and Gloucester trying to get over the restraining line, intercepted. Owen Rice came and dive in alone, Pike the save. Dean Martin picks it back up. Fresh 30 Hunters. Martin will bring it out. Dean Martin to Owen Rice at the top, 18 to shoot. Connor Gorman. Rice. So going to go to Yannis Rice. 7 to shoot. He's got it behind the goal. Owen Rice walking out. Shoots, and that's blocked. It's stolen by the Griffs. And Owen Rice, a pounce shot. Nice valiant effort by Pajic, but the shot goes wide. And there's 2:48 remaining in the power play for the Hunters. What a comeback for Kahnawake. They were down by as many as 6. They were down 7-1. They were down 8-3 going into the first period, first intermission. And it's 14-10 and nearly 15, but Kahnawake was stoned it tight. Howie Francis picks it up. Fresh 30 Hunters. And you know with the way the Hunters offense was going in the first period, they were getting high percentage shots in which Pike was stopping. You know, the Hunters had the horses offensively to get back in this game. It's just a matter of the defense stepping it up, and they have. Bomberry in front. Suggo Rice not able to corral it. Scoops it up now. 6 seconds to shoot. Rice shoots. Save made by Pike. He's got it. Game not over though. There's still 4:35 remaining. Gloucester's on to be thinking, well, we scored 4 goals in 4 minutes before. Why not again? And the Hunters got to see, you know what? We worked too hard for this. And there's Jensen White winning another 50-50 battle. Eamon Dygo to Owen Rice. This game has completely evaporated for Gloucester. The Hunters have really shown that they want this game more. After the Gloucester Griffins clearly wanted it more in the opening stanza. Gorman fires, shoulder save made. Oh, and that guy has 5 goals tonight too for the Hunters, Connor Gorman. He's definitely helped out. The defense, though, has really stepped it up a notch as well. 3:40 to go. Kahnawake Dive will score! It's a hat trick. And wow. Not only have they climbed the mountain, but they scaled it. And they camped out, set up shop, and even found themselves some water. 15-10 Hunters. We've seen an 11-goal turnaround in this game. It was 7-1 Griffins. And the Kahnawake Hunters, this is going to be a monumental character-building victory. 3:10 to go. Suggo to Yannis. And Batu to the crease. Griffins ball. So now Gloucester has to worry about Akwesasne knocking on their door. The Thunder got the Griffins one more time. They'll go at it, I believe, Saturday at Earl Armstrong Arena. Unless they play tomorrow night, that might actually be the case. And if the Thunder win, then they'll be neck and neck with Gloucester at 10-9 for what would be the 6th spot. Possibly 5th, because they would both have the tiebreaker on Aurelia, so they'd be battling for 5-6. Actually, Aurelia has the tiebreaker. So Akwesasne might still be out if it becomes a 3-way tie. Oh, nice. 4 seconds to go. Shoot, scores! The game is in the refrigerator. The chicken is marinated. Is shaken. And the Kahnawake Hunters are going to remain unbeaten at home. It was not perfect, but the perfect home record will stand pat. And the Hunters will remain in the hunt for the top spot in the Eastern Conference. Just an incredible last 40 minutes. The Hunters, going back to the middle of the first stanza, are on a 15-3 scoring run. It was 7-1 Gloucester, and we've seen a 12-goal turnaround. Sugar Rice not on. Oh. Dylan Martin, that's a dangerous hit. Austin Quayer appears all right. Oh, you hate to see this. You really hate to see this. I hope he's all right. Look worse for wear. Let's see, that is Andre Stryling. He's all right. Thank goodness. Oh, power play coming up for the Griffins. 46 to go. In the third period of play, Kahnawake leading it here 16-10. Shot take me. And we've got a tie game in an Olagoa Arena here with a minute 25, with 4 minutes to go. Owen Rice tied up. And that's over and back on the Hunters. Gloucester ball, Owen Rice limping. Going back to the bench. Gloucester rotating it here. Zach McLean, save Casey. Rebound, save Casey again. And that'll go to the scorekeeper's box. Final 40 seconds here at the Plex. The Kahnawake Hunters are going to get to 8-0 at home. And the Turf Monster seemingly took down Morrison. I hope he's all right. He was favoring his leg for a bit. Backhanded over. There's a shot, that missed. And a rebound goes back. 4 seconds on the shot. That'll be not intercepted. There's a shot, saved Casey for a half. He's got the rebound. And Casey will throw this one off the top of the ceiling. There's 2 seconds left to go. The Kahnawake Hunters with a monumental character-building comeback win. It was 7-1 Gloucester, and your final score ends up being 16-10 Kahnawake. Player of the game's got to be the defense for the Hunters. They weren't there for the first period, but they were there when it mattered most. Outscore Gloucester 15-3 and come back to win it 16-10. Here at the Kahnawake Sports Complex, the Hunters go to the 14-4. The Griffins fall to 10-8. Let's get one last look though at that game in the Olagoa Arena. to go, the Junior C Hunters and the Upper Sussex Lightning. We're back here on Saturday. The Hunters will play host to the Pean Knights, a newly branded Bordeaux Utes.